You ready?
Take her away, boss man.
Sarah, you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Hang on.
Wait,
Do I
Lockie's
look
not
awake this week?
Yeah, you're better. You
'Cause
look a lot better. You're a
There
bit
was quite a few
disheveled.
comments. Yeah, I know. Last week, I was looking back on those videos. I was like, I look still asleep. Like I look awful.
Did you actually get comments from people saying you looked rough?
Well, to be fair, I got onto it early and I said it, and then that lady was like, haha, was just about to say this. And I was like, she was being nice, to be fair. But
Thanks
yeah, she was very
a
much like, yeah, you did look tired.
Yeah, you look a lot better today. And just to bring it to the attention of everyone, you are wearing your Yankees cap, which you also got pulled up about recently.
Yeah, I did. There was some American that wasn't too happy with me wearing a Yankees cap.
He said you had to name what did he say? You had to name three starters or something. I don't even know what that means, but I assume it means like someone who's batting. I don't know.
Babe Ruth. Or
Babe Ruth.
Come on.
Pretty sure Michael Jordan might have played for him at one point. Or who did Michael Jordan play for?
Yeah, okay. Do you only know that because of Space Jam? That's the only reason I know that.
Nah, I watched The Last Dance as well.
Yeah, I keep forgetting you guys actually like sport.
New York. I thought it was the Yankees.
Yeah.
Isn't...
Yeah, no, it is. Michael Jordan retired to play baseball towards the end of his career. Did you not know that?
No clue.
Have you seen Space Jam?
With like Bugs Bunny?
Yeah, like the old one with Michael Jordan in it. Yeah, and that
not the new LeBron one.
The old one.
No. Oh,
what the hell, man?
Maybe.
He hasn't seen a single movie.
Nah, I'm as we said, I'm not a movie guy.
That's true.
You're very sheltered.
I've grown up in the TikTok generation.
Yeah.
Even though I don't really like TikTok. Loser.
Lockie, you're 2 years older. Don't pretend. Stop.
Anyway.
I don't have TikTok.
Yeah, that's true. But we are on TikTok, and I'm really focusing at the moment on making all our videos come across to TikTok. So follow us on TikTok. It's the Unfunded Pod. Sorry.
Nice.
Yeah, same as our Insta.
Okay. Episode 16. That's been the longest intro ever.
Yep.
How are we doing Sarah? Because she's in the office, not the office, the studio.
Where are we? Yes, really good. Continuing with my run, which is 1.5K and a 2-minute walk. Going very, very well. Very much enjoying it. Haven't touched the vapes for a week and a half now. So still going strong with that. And I think, it's made an incredible difference. Like my chest is not heavy. I can breathe. I feel like I could actually run to 5K. Because before I was like, there's no way. Like I can't do this. I can't get any better. But now I'm like, yeah, I can do this. And maybe even the 10K, which I never agreed to do.
It's July.
Yeah.
How many months do we have? We have 6 weeks.
We essentially have 6 weeks.
But
the thing is, like, I don't think I'd be able to run the whole thing, but I'd be able to do it at the very least. But I do have
most people do that.
Yeah, cool, perfect. All right, I do have one question though. Like I went for a run the other day and I got like quite a serious pain like in my hip, but like more in the groin area, down, you know where it's, you know what I'm talking about. And I realized obviously it's because like I'm not stretching enough or warming up enough before I'm going on the run. So what would you guys recommend, like in terms of stretching or warm-ups?
Personally, I am pretty shocking with my stretching. I'm as flexible as a door, but
a door. I mean, the doors can open pretty far depending on the door.
Well, I'm not flexible at all. I'm like this bench.
I'm not really flexible either.
But I mean, what we do, we're running, I guess, at speed. So we're starting off with a slower jog than what we're going to do our sessions at. I don't know, maybe.
But like how long? Like,
I always do about a half-hour warm-up, run-wise.
I guess it depends. It depends on like how fast you're actually running.
Yeah,
I guess. Like,
are you going out the door and going, I'm hammering this straight away?
No. So I will walk about like maybe like 100 meters, maybe 150 meters. I walk and then I start running, and I'm doing 5K in about 35 minutes. Yeah.
That's with the walks as well. Hey?
Yeah, with the walks as well.
That's pretty
decent,
decent.
yeah.
It's not too bad. Hey, I've shaved 10 minutes off.
That's good.
Since I started.
That's good.
So that's pretty cool.
That is good.
So yeah, I don't know. Well, what do you think, Lockie? Like, do you do stretches beforehand?
Yeah.
For me, I try to like do a little bit of activation work. So we do a lot of it's kind of hard to explain, I guess. We do a lot of like run drills before. So we'll do like our 30 minutes and then we'll do our run drills and do some dynamic stretching and then get into a session.
Yeah. Okay.
I also think like allocating like 20 to 30 minutes every day on stretching. Like mine sort of like, I always try to be the first person at the swimming pool and like I'm there sort of like, 15 minutes before everyone else because it takes me a little bit longer to warm up. Lleyton strolls in with his banana and just, last second, just jumps in the pool last minute. But my
unable to touch his toes, just completely inflexible. Just
but maybe 2 minutes, 2 years, and I'll be like that. I won't be able to roll out of bed.
That's true. Just wait till you're 10 years older, mate.
It's only 2 years older than him, but I feel like I'm, 20 years older than him sometimes. Like I just don't have the ability. Yeah, thank you. I don't think it's that. I think I'm just very sore.
Yeah. Well, that's how I feel. Like, I'm 10 years older than you guys, essentially. Yeah. And like,
whoa.
Would you? Yeah, I know. See, I seriously am. That's what's so crazy. So then, when it comes to the stretching, say I put 15 minutes or so aside to stretch. Would it need to be like directly before I go for the run? So like 15 minutes stretch. 10 minutes walk and then run, or can I stretch like early in the morning and run in the afternoon? Would it make a difference?
See, I personally, I don't like cold stretching. So I don't like, when you've just gotten out of bed and your body's cold and your body's, it's not, your muscles aren't warm. They're literally in a relaxed state because you've just been asleep for 8 hours. I don't like to then go and like, let's just stretch them and let's just, I think that's when you're not flexible. Like, yep. I can touch my toes most of the time. I can touch the floor. When I'm first out of bed, I can barely get to my knees because it's just, I use like the roller. So I like kind of roll myself out a little bit, like the foam roller or anything like that. Roll myself out, get my muscles kind of like nice and lengthened before I guess I start doing any real stretching, more like pressure point stuff. I do a lot on my back as well. Just always had like issues with my back before. So anything in my lower spine, up between my shoulders, anything real mobility wise, just trying to loosen that before, you just cold stretching, trying to get your hammies or your quads or your calves.
That's probably where you can do damage, like yourself warm up for the day a bit and then get into a bit of stretching.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of my stretching's done at night, sort of before bed.
Yeah, right.
Or after a session.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, I've never thought of it like that, but yeah, you guys make a fantastic point. Because like usually, like you do yoga or whatever meditation, like it's usually
Yoga's
early.
So good.
Yeah, well, it's usually usually early in the morning though, right? Like, So
yeah, I guess that's probably like when people have time though.
Yeah,
like if you're going to work from 9 to 5, when you have time. Of course,
they do. That people do the best that they can. Yeah. But I guess if I have that ability to do it in the afternoon, it's probably a better idea. So yeah,
set
appreciate
like
the
an
tip.
alarm. This is what I did at the start of the year. Mm-hmm. Set an alarm every day, and it's set at 7:50 p.m. And it's called my stretch and roll alarm.
Oh.
And when that goes off, well, I have to do some kind of stretching and rolling.
You've got to stop, drop, stretch, and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Before
I like
bed.
that.
Yeah.
That's really cool. All right, great tip.
I think it's so important. It's literally like, I think that's one of the things that has like changed my racing results and like changed is the recovery of like anything recovery. I mean, there's plenty of things that I changed, but like the mobility side, if you can get mobile, like, your body just reacts so much better to the training.
Well, this is what I did find that I had the pain and then I stretched, and then the next time I went for a run, I stretched first, right? And I was warmed up, it was in the afternoon, right? Yeah. And I didn't have that same pain. So it did work. There you go. Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool.
Nice.
Well, then how about...
And you won't have any pain.
Yeah, okay, will do. How about you, Lleyton? What's been going on?
I got off the plane yesterday from Japan.
Oh,
so
how was Japan?
I'm a little bit tired. It's good. It's good. Japan's always pretty cool to go to.
Yeah.
It's the third time there, which is pretty cool. Back in Osaka, if you've been there.
Yeah, we spoke about this last time. I said Universal Studios. All I had was Harry Potter. Cared of nothing else.
Didn't go to Harry Potter World.
Oh, sucks.
But yeah, racing in Osaka. So that was kind of my last week I've been in Japan, which was, I don't know, it's always different to go to an Asian country especially. It's so different, so foreign. But I think that's probably the coolest experience. Japan, I would say, is one of the coolest countries
I agree.
I've been to.
How'd you go in the?
Different.
It is. How'd you go in the race?
It's been it was a better race than what I've had all season. Realistically, I mean, it wasn't the result that I was after, but the execution through the swim and bike were good. Like, I was happy in the way that not the result. I wasn't happy with the result because my run wasn't that great. But
what were you happy with?
Oh, just kind of how I executed my swim and bike. I was at the front.
You were up there in the swim.
Yeah,
I
came out, fifth out of the water,
Wow.
and then controlled pretty much the bike the whole way, and then did the little things right through those two portions of it until pretty much the run, and I ran what I ran. But that's kind of it. that was the summary.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a move in the right direction from where I have been this season, where I haven't really feel like I've raced a race, but just then it felt like I raced a race and executed at least most of the race well.
Yeah.
So that's where I came away with that.
Step in the right direction.
It was more of a positive race than probably the last few ones I've had this year. It was good.
Good on you. Well done. Keep it up.
Yep. Yeah.
Just practice the running a little bit more. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
So
run
we know
a
that's a bit of a
more.
work in progress, but that's all right. If you're there for most of it, I guess you know what you have to do. I think that was the biggest
It's
thing.
exciting then.
Yeah,
It's
exactly
more
right.
It's more exciting.
You
like,
know what you
you're
have to
kind of in that moment. You're
come
like,
back.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. When it's cool. Like, you're at the front of the race, and there's this whole crowd around Osaka Castle if you've been there.
No,
So you're
that sounds
racing,
great.
racing in the castle grounds,
Ooh.
swimming in the moat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I gotta look into this.
It's a rough swim.
Yeah, it's in the moat, and you swim around the moat, and then you ride pretty much around these castle grounds, then run up and down. Yeah.
What's rough about the swim? Is it because it's a bit dirty?
Literally, it's just like narrow. It's like such a small thing. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
So they line up pretty much 70 guys.
Yeah.
And it touches wall to wall of the moat.
Weird.
And then you swim about 350 meters down.
Yeah.
Turn around and come back, and you've got 70 guys all converging onto this one buoy.
Oh God!
Yeah.
So there's no way that you could
it's
actually
pretty
like go off track.
No,
you're
you're
stuck
you're
like
stuck.
straight.
It's kind of crazy
Kinda
because
weird.
you think, because the castle in Osaka, a little bit of backstory, it's where the samurai kind of came from.
Ooh.
Yeah, there was a big fight for the leadership samurai. But I'm thinking, I wonder how many kind of like dead bodies or people they've chucked in this moat.
Oh my
Because it's a big castle. I wonder
Definitely.
what's deep down in here, like a couple of samurai swords and whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely a couple bones floating around there. That's freaky ass.
Sick.
How about you, Lockie? How's Cardiff?
It's still cold. It's wet. It's raining.
Yeah.
It's nothing exciting.
We should-
I wish I had more.
That's
I
right.
wish I had more exciting.
We've got to stop asking you this question. That's right, because you're just training and
Yeah,
training.
kind of for the next 6 weeks. It's probably just going to be, I like ticked off my first sort of normal week last week. So we got, 32 hours of training in for the week. But yeah, it's just
Groundhog Day.
train, eat, sleep, repeat.
Yeah, and you just said 6 weeks. Is that you're going to be back in 6 weeks ish? What's the go with that?
I might have. So I got basically, I think it's actually 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks until my first race, and then I've hopefully got basically 3 races back to back. So I'll race like in Morocco. I'll race a World Cup. A week later, I'll race Tizzy in Hungary, which is another World Cup, and then I've nominated for the World Series mixed team relay. So hopefully I can go represent Australia in the mixed team relay. But
Epic.
that's not a confirmed one yet. So
when
we'll just sort of
when will you know about that one?
probably next week, end of next week. So they usually give around like 30 to 35 days notice.
Cool.
So yeah, I think just like going off Runaway Bay, like the relay distance is my specialty. So if I can get like a start in a World Series, like that would be pretty cool. But
Let's
we'll
go.
see. There's plenty of other
Is,
really good Aussies in front.
Is Hamburg full super sprint for the individual races?
No, I think it's just a sprint as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, I probably would have nominated for that. But yeah, I mean, it'll be my third week of racing in a row, and you don't want your debut World Series to be, when you're fried on your third week. Like, you can't really. Those boys are freaks, so you got to be on your game.
Did you have a little?
We'll see.
Did you have a little crash this week, Lockie?
Oh man, it was so embarrassing.
Boo-boo.
That was more damaging for the ego. Yeah, my hand is sore.
Oh, what?
No.
Hey, I've got a sore hand too. I didn't get to tell you that I had a little bit of a mishap. Let's hear yours first, and I'll tell you mine.
Well, I was just on the bike, and we do like, it was on Monday, bike session, and we do like a little cornering circuit, and usually I wasn't very good at cornering, but like the last, I guess, like year or so, my confidence has grown more and more, and I think like my technical ability is pretty good. And yeah, I came to bike training on Monday, and I was like, yeah, I'm the man, swinging through the corners, trying to drop everyone. And it's been raining, obviously, so there was a bit of mud on the side, and we can send the video in, I guess, but there's a video of me just sort of turning to, you know how you kind of counteract into the corner, and you turn left and then you swing right into the corner. Anyway, I went left, and my bike just kept going left, and then all of a sudden I was
you went right.
I went right. Body went straight to the ground. I just tried to, stiff arm the concrete, and then just had blood pissing out of my hand. So
ow,
yeah, it was more annoying.
Those kind of hand grazes really hurt. Yeah. I've had one of those after a skateboarding accident once. That drills because you can't like wash your hair.
It's because like you use your hands for everything.
So much, of course. Yeah, I grazed.
It's fine.
I grazed my hand a little bit because I had a surfing accident. Do you guys surf? I never asked you this.
I love surfing.
No?
I don't surf as much as I used to, but I surf. When you grow up on the Gold Coast, it's kind of hard not to.
Yeah, well, see, I'm like, from Sydney originally, and you're Port Macquarie. They would have thought Port Macquarie would be.
Port Macquarie's the booging capital of the world. I know
the boogie board.
Yeah.
Boogie board.
No, it is
fucking esky lid.
No, yeah, it is. I know, and everyone asks, "Oh, like, do you surf?" No, it's kind of embarrassing. No, I don't. I'm from Port Macquarie, but I don't surf.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people just boog in Port Macquarie, and that's what I did. Yeah.
I don't know why.
I was going to ask that, but I thought I'd leave it.
I don't know why I'm like sitting on my high horse. Like, I've only just picked up surfing in the last like couple of weeks, right? So I started surfing, and I'm standing up and stuff, and it's super fun. I'm loving it. But the other day I went out and the waves were like unsurfable, when they're just not like giving you the power or anything, and there's this churning underneath the water. And I saw this big wave and I was like, okay, maybe I can grab that one. There's no one on it. Yeah. So I was like, the likelihood of this being able to catch is pretty low. So I went to try and catch it. I was like, okay, no, this is uncatchable. But I was right at a headland, at Greenmount near Rainbow Bay there with that headland there. And so I've come there. It's pushed me all the way over to Greenmount, and I'm like, okay, I've got to get out because like now it's like sucking me back towards the rocks. And I was like, okay, I'll swim in, and I was like, I'll kind of shortcut it like this way. I'll try to get out as quick as I can. Yep. But like as I moved forward, the more I moved, the more it kind of sucked me into the corner. Yep. And by that time I was like, okay, I've made a huge mistake. Like I should have gone wide. Like I'm fucked now. Yeah. And so it sucked me in like where the stairs are coming up near Greenmount, near the like lookout there. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, yeah, I'm in trouble now. And the waves are coming and smashing, and I'm like, go, 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 go. And so I grabbed my board. I had a foamy. It was a demo board, luckily, from Ryan Surfboards, by the way, great brand. Luckily, I had
Did
this
board. Did they sponsor our podcast?
Not yet, but their board saved my life, actually, because the board was between me and the rocks. Yep. And so these big waves smashed me, and I've just gone like headbutted the board, and I've scratched my knee up. I'll take a photo and try to get it into the video so you can see what that looks like. It's not crazy, but it's not good either. And I was like, things could have been a whole lot worse right now. Like I could have headbutted a rock and been passed down, dragged out to sea. Like it was actually pretty traumatic. I think I cried for ages. I was like, I just felt really
defeated.
Yeah, it was a really weird feeling. I was like, oh, that's right, I'm just flesh and bone, and the ocean is and nature is a beast. Yeah,
maybe we need some surfing lessons from Tapper.
That would be
collab,
good.
The Green Room and the Unfunded.
Yes, that's
A
our
big
other
collab
podcast.
video.
That'd be great.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So this time I won't be taking any shortcuts. I think that's the lesson of this whole thing. Never take a shortcut when it comes to surfing.
Okay.
There you go.
Perfect.
Take care of your body. Take care of yourself.
Yeah. Anything else that's gone on? No, not really. We've covered ourselves.
Far out. We've talked a lot.
But
Yeah, God, that was a lot. We need to sit this along.
yeah, a big thing this week tonight. It's Wednesday when we're recording. It's State of Origin. State versus state, mate versus mate. Obviously, New
Shit.
South Wales are going to win.
I doubt that, but
I don't really care.
Are you a Queenslander, Sarah?
no, I'm not.
Oh, what?
I mean, I am a Queenslander, but not my.
Not
don't
into
really
it.
care too much about it.
Oh,
I
you're
reckon
like-
this is the only footy game that I actually watch,
Yeah,
and that I
I
get into.
surely
It's
like it.
exciting.
No, see,
Like the
growing up, I was all for it
Loved it.
because it was like, but I cannot remember the last time I was in Australia for a State of Origin, so I can't watch it.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
I literally haven't watched an Origin since probably like 2021. So I'm like,
Mm.
I can't see it, so there's no point. And if I can't see it, I don't care that much. So
Yeah, that's
that's
true.
very
That's
valid.
very true.
I've lost interest.
Well, how do you
But
get?
I mean, go Queensland.
Rubber leg.
How do you get away with wearing a blue
Rubber
shirt round
league.
here tonight? You don't. You just stay at home, don't you?
Yeah, I will be staying at home.
It's so funny. Yeah, because Queenslanders, I think that's the thing about Queenslanders. Like they are.
They aren't
like,
Australian,
are-
they're Queenslanders.
Exactly. No, 100%. And they're very, 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 very serious about
Yeah.
it. So, look, I don't want to step on any toes. I mean, go Queensland, I guess. Like, I don't know. I
You
can't-
won't be allowed back to Sydney.
I know. Well, I can't help the place I was born, can I? God damn it.
Other kind of big news in the world of sport was the enhanced games. We talked about that earlier this year, and they've actually had a
also-
little race.
I nearly made a comment on World Triathlon, and I actually had to stop myself because I thought I was probably taking it a little too far. A comment on the Unfunded pod when they
We love
put
taking
up
it too far.
Yeah, I know. Well, because obviously the enhanced games is going on, and when the Russian won
Oh,
the Russian won on the weekend,
Yeah.
I pulled up a comment and I said the enhanced games has come to Samarkand.
oh.
And then I commented that, and then I shit myself and I deleted it. I was like, oh, too far maybe.
Okay.
That might be a little too far.
At least you
Anyway, that's
rethought
fine.
your actions.
Yeah, Leighton
See-
thanks you.
Yeah.
Me, I don't.
Like, I know. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll go back and do it.
You definitely should. That's right. You've got my backing.
James the Missile Magnuson, Port Thoroughbred,
Yeah.
as we like to call him. No, I don't know.
Who is he?
He's just from Port Macquarie. Do you know James Magnuson?
No, but I like his
No,
name.
she's not gonna.
Oh,
know James
Olympic
Magnuson.
swimmer came second at London.
Oh, yeah.
London
No,
Olympics.
no.
You've got
No, I don't think he. I didn't think he ever got.
Yeah, he came second at the Olympics by
Oh, okay.
0.01 of a second.
That's right. He just and then
Wow.
in Rio he was meant to be the favorite, and
Yeah.
then
Kyle
King
Chalmers
Kyle.
won. Yeah, King Kyle.
yeah, King Kyle.
So Big
Came in
James has been juiced up. Obviously,
Mate,
he said it on.
looks juiced up as
Yeah,
well.
he is huge.
Oh.
You should see the before and after photo. It was 2013
wild.
when he won the world champs, and he looks like he's big.
normal
He's a
swimmer.
big guy, but he's just a normal guy. You should see him now. He's got muscles on muscles. He's absolutely huge. You should see him.
His
just
lats are
busting
literally
out of
hanging
his
out of the suit.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
it's
I hate that look.
insane.
Yeah, it's the
Oh, it's-
proper testosterone look, steroid look.
Mm.
But it actually, I think, makes you realise, cool, he wasn't on anything while he was swimming
Yeah.
because he looks so much different now. He's an absolute unit.
Wow. Pretty hectic.
I
mean,
also
God,
just
what you
don't
can
think,
really
like,
get.
Well, on those, because obviously I've seen a few posts about it and people are going, oh my God, new world record, all this.
Nah.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count. I don't find it impressive. I haven't seen these people swimming these incredibly fast times and gone, wow, that's impressive, because they're performance enhancing drugs. Of course your performances are going to be enhanced.
Yeah, hence the
that is
name.
quite literally the point of them. Hence the name. Why are we acting like you breaking a record on drugs is impressive?
Yeah. Yeah.
You should be breaking
I
it.
don't know. It is still rather fascinating.
It is fascinating.
It's fascinating.
Like,
but-
I'll be watching it.
You know, it's-
Maybe the process is like fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like it's still like of course like
No,
you
you're
should
not-
be breaking.
you
If you're not breaking the
obviously-
record,
You're not going to give the person who breaks the record the accolade, right?
record,
You're going to
yeah.
give the accolade
No.
to the drug.
The science.
to
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
science and the drug
So
behind it.
There was James Magnuson didn't break the record, but there was
he was also way off as well.
Yeah, he was actually off his own PB. I mean, I personally
Yeah,
don't think
which is-
he'll ever get near it because he's so much bigger. He's going to be a lot less buoyant. Muscle weighs more than fat, but not that he was fat before. But he's way bigger. He's going to sink in the water, and he was never a 50-meter swimmer. But Christian Goloxmev from Greece.
Nice.
Me and my names. We can fix that up. We'll show a picture. He swam 2 milliseconds quicker than the world record in a super suit. So he had the real fast suits, which they can't wear anymore.
Oh.
And it was
Is
only
it 2 milliseconds? Or is it
0.02.
0.02, yeah.
Jesus.
So a fingernail again.
Yeah.
And that's all he beat it by on
Wow.
like all these drugs. But they've got the actual enhanced games coming in 2026. And I mean, I'll watch it.
I will too, yeah, for sure.
Lockie, will you watch it?
Oh, yeah, no, I'll 100% watch it, but I just don't
It's
don't
not
give
that
the
in-
athletes
yeah.
any credit.
You'll
I
watch
don't
it.
give the athletes any
No,
credit.
they're more
Deep anger.
They're more just a vessel for the science, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm impressed by the science. Well, actually, am I impressed by the science? Because
Just
we
taking
don't want that
drugs.
science in our sport.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
weird
a cool
moral
like side thing. Just like
discussion.
keep it.
Keep it there.
But I think the big discussion isn't like I guess the how it's going to affect our sport because we have doping control, we have all that to keep it out of our sport. It's more like you guys are literally affecting your long-term health just for a little like, and they're getting paid good money, but for a payout essentially.
Yeah.
Like your ex-athletes like
It kinda-
ruining what could potentially be future life.
And it also ruins the reputation of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
now, unfortunately, James Magnuson, he commentates on the Olympics and all sorts of stuff, but I don't think he'll get a gig doing that the next
No.
Olympics. And why? He's an Olympic silver medalist, probably one of the best Australian swimmers, but he won't get a gig anymore because he's tarnished it by going, oh, I'm going to go down this cash grab doping
Yeah.
way.
Well, obviously, like, I can't imagine that he's just doing this for the cash grab or whatever. Like, obviously, he's been keen to do these enhancing drugs and push his body for as far as he can push it anyway. Like, a lot of people do take steroids and all that kind of thing because
Yeah.
not because they want to, right? Because they want to
Yeah.
look good or they want to be bigger.
And maybe this can get into our main topic is why is maybe he lost the edge of competition, the feeling of competition. He was a bit lost, but why has he done this? And why do we do triathlon? I mean, we're not getting $1 million to dope up and do triathlon, but like he is to swim. But why triathlon? We talked about it a little bit before in the kind of get to know us, but I feel as if we can go a little bit deeper as to, I mean, yeah, we talked about the pursuit of getting better and the pursuit of greatness, I guess, and see how far we can bring it. But why else? What other reasons? And why do you keep going maybe when there isn't heaps of incentive?
And almost like how low it possibly can get sometimes as well. Like, I don't think people realize, like, people see it's like Instagram. People see the shiny objects. People see the nice stuff. People see what we want them to see. Like, I guarantee there's so much that people don't know about professional sport that, you know, we've had to put up with before. Like, there's so many, again, like, we're called the unfunded. Like, we're not getting $1 million payouts. We're getting like very small bits of funding to do this sport. Like, we've spoken about it plenty of times. Lleyton works 2 jobs. Like, you know, I work jobs outside. Like, we both have other avenues to try and make this work. Like, it's not, you know, it's not a glamorous sort of, oh, you're a professional athlete. Like, you must be rolling in money. Like, oh, even people saying to me, like, oh, you get to go to Europe like every 6 months. Oh, that sounds awful.
Exactly
like,
right.
oh, you get to go to Europe. Oh, I'm so sorry for you. It's like, no, I don't think you realize what I'm actually doing.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the same house. I'm going to the same training center. I'm literally just doing more training. Like, I'm doing exactly what I do back home in Europe. It's not like it's pissing down rain in Cardiff. Like, I don't want to be in Cardiff. Like, it's not the lifestyle that people think,
Yeah,
but
it's all cracked up to
we
it.
still are, yeah, we're still addicted to it.
Yeah.
You know, like there's been multiple times, and I think Lleyton would be the same, where like I've sat down in my bedroom or my car and I've bawled my eyes out because I'm like, I'm done with this sport. Like you can't see an end, or like, you know, we're training 30+ hour weeks all the time to have a shit race. And then you go and have a
Yeah.
shit race and you feel like
What
so
was this?
useless.
All the
'cause-
money they've paid out to do
Yeah.
this.
Mm.
Yeah. I got,
and you start questioning that why, I guess.
yeah, exactly right. Like, I just went to Japan. I mean, this was a bit different, but I went to Malaysia earlier this year, and I don't really even count it going there because I was in and out. I think I flew about 24 hours to be in Malaysia for, 48? And, like, it's all well and good, but you spend... I'll just give a figure. It was about $2,000 to get to Malaysia and race. And I've gone there and I've gone, fuck, I've raced shit here. I've put in all this work over summer. I think I'm in real good form. But then I've spent $2,000, 3 days. I've been on a plane for 24 hours and sat in a hotel room because it's stinking hot in Malaysia and we're in the middle of nowhere. And then you have a crap race and you go, oh, well, fuck. This is a bloody long plane trip home. But I mean, yeah, the why of why you do it. And I think I'll probably go from here, like my season, probably the why it kind of started there. Like, it's kind of been a bit of a roller coaster my year so far. But I think I kind of found back that why this weekend racing. And it was, and I said before as well, it was to be in the race. And I think that's the best thing to say. It's like the thrill of the racing, I guess. And Lockie's might be different as to why you race, but the thrill of having like a crowd and the entertainment kind of aspect of it, where it's kind of a bit of a bigger scale rather than, let's say, your Rabina triathlon. It's a bigger scale, you know, you're racing at a cool destination, which is a bit of a thrill. And then you have a massive crowd, which is a thrill. And then you have a pack of 40 boys, which is a thrill. It's a slightly different why as to success as well, I guess, which is, another why. Why do you do it if maybe you don't also have the success or the pursuit of success?
So it's an atmosphere kind of thing.
Well, yeah, that's one of the whys, I guess, to why you keep going and why you, I guess, you know, do the grind before you get that little spike, I guess.
Yeah, God, I was trying to figure out why the hell I've started running.
Yeah,
I can't figure it out.
That dopamine of the spike in increase, like in feeling.
Yeah, because obviously, you know, I don't have that atmosphere. It's just me running by myself. But like, I guess it's that feeling of like when you improve. And this is something that is across anything that we do, right? Is that you start being like, I can't do this, I can't do this. And then what you find out is that the more you do it, the more that you practice, the more passion you put into it, the more heart or thought or whatever you put into it, you get better. And it happens with everything. And I think it's a really exciting thing to hear that you can do anything in a way. You, as long as you put, you know, effort into it, you put the time in, you see that things do get better. Things do get easier. You can run further. You can run faster. And it's really cool to know that. Yeah. I think that's what's exciting.
I think it's like the sense of achievement.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the sense of achievement after doing something that, and I guess like would probably be like part of my why, I guess, is like the sense of it. Oh, it's probably part of it, but I think knowing that we've been able to, and this is where I think it's pretty cool for us, is if you really break it down, and obviously we are in the thick of elite sport, so we look ahead all the time and we're always looking at guys that are better than us, but we don't look back and sort of think like, you know, how good we are compared to the rest of the world. We just think we're so far behind all the time because we're getting beaten by people that are in this sport. But it's like, you know, like we actually, what we've achieved so far just with training and the racing and the times that we're able to do and the amount of training that we're able to do, the fact that we are, you know, we are already so good at what we do, but we just don't really give ourselves the credit for it. But yeah, I guess putting in all that work, getting to race day, and then, you know, I hate training. I've never liked training. I'm not one of those people who's going to continue training after the sport just for fun. I'm not going to be going out for rides. I'm not going to be, you know, doing, you know, half marathons on the weekend just for fun. Like, that's not fun. I don't find that fun. Not one of those people. Like, I love winning races. Like, I want to win, and it's almost like a drug. It is, like, for me, it's like a drug. Like, I just want to be at the, like you said, racing, like that endorphin hit of just racing, being at the front. Like, you know, happened a few weeks ago in Runaway Bay. Me and Luke Schofield, like, literally just murdering ourselves to try and beat each other. We're just going toe to toe, attacking on each other, like, and the crowd's there screaming at us. Like, there is nothing more exciting than just trying to kill yourself for a race win against another competitor with everyone screaming at you. Like, it's just like, you're like gladiators in an arena sort of thing. Like, it is just so cool. And again, like, that's just all off the back of hard work that majority of people can't physically do. Like, what people can go out and train for 32 hours a week, like 30 hours a week, you know, consistently, week in, week out. Like, I do think we almost don't give ourselves enough credit for what we're able to do. But, you know, I think there's obviously, like, more layers to that. That's probably the more selfish side on, I just like winning.
Yeah. When you run a good race, is it better than sex?
Not when I do it. But, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
The thrill of it is the thing. It's like the high of sport. But what happens when you're not in the high of it? You know, why it's. Does that then come down to the chasing of that high of a good race? Because, yeah, as Lockie said, it's the joy of going out and training for 4 hours in the wet riding isn't that fun, to be honest.
Surely you get the taste for it,
there's
right?
There's no joy there.
You get the taste.
The taste for it.
You get the taste for it. You get one good one and you're like, oh, I can do it.
Keep chasing.
And then
but
keep
if
chasing.
a string of, I guess, like, you know, you don't have a great couple of races, then you might be a little bit defeated. What keeps you going? Is it still the thrill of, like, okay, like, I know I can do it. I know I can, get back into it.
It's over to you, Lleyton. I mean,
Yeah, I guess,
you would know out of any of us about how that would feel.
Well,
so you tell me.
That was...
I reckon this sport's great at building patience. Like, this sport is probably... I think sport in general is just the best thing in the world at building patience, because if you're not patient, then you're not going to be successful. Like, we've all been in that boat where you've just been chasing bad runs. Like, it's just been bad run after bad run. So, yeah, it's such a waiting game.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, well, I guess it was, shifting a bit of a focus to why you're out there racing, rather than going, oh, shit, like, I need a result. Just
remembering the positives and remembering what you're doing, like, right.
How cool is this to be in Japan racing, and kind of, I guess, staying present. I was like riding through like the big shoot kind of area, and they have a massive age group event, and they're on the mic, go, it's real like cheesy, as you can imagine, in Japan.
Oh my god, they're so cheesy funny, but so fab,
and
they're so supportive and polite.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is pretty cool that there's this whole kind of you know, atmosphere around
Japan's
it, and
the best.
just like enjoying kind of being out there. And I guess we do say that it's not as glamorous as what it looks, and it definitely isn't as glamorous as what it seems on Instagram. Like, you go, oh, like, they're in Europe for half a year, or, oh, they're in Japan now, and then they're in China later, and they're here, there, and everywhere. I mean, it's great, and we pretty much, that's like us going out on the weekend, you know what I mean? Like, most 20-year-olds or whatever are out every weekend and on the drink and whatever, and that's their weekend of fun. We don't really have that. We're inside having dinner and going to bed, and then up the next day at 5 a.m. to train. But our fun, I guess, comes in going overseas for, you know, I was just in Japan for 5 days, so it's 5 days in Japan. That's my fun which changes different to other people's fun. But yeah, I would say we're lucky to do that, and I can't remember where I was going with it. we're lucky to still do that, but it takes a lot of time to put into doing that. I guess like it takes a lot of commitment to then have a glamorous looking from the outside coming in, but it's a lot of, I guess, not so glamorous stuff on the outside, like, you know, maybe fighting a couple demons off a couple of bad race results and then going, well, I've still got 6 weeks to train because I'm racing. I've already booked my flights to Japan. I can't pull out now. I've spent this much money to do it. So I guess that's also all kind of builds up to, I guess, a week away or literally just an hour of racing, which it all comes down to, or 2 hours of racing, or 15 minutes of racing, depends what you're racing. It all kind of comes down to this culmination of one little event over those
Even
weeks.
Like sometimes in terms of like the money side, like there's been times where, you know, from I can't remember what it was, but like I made good money for the sport from like a Sunday race to a week later to a Saturday race, and it was like, oh, like you got paid like such good money in like less than a week. I was like, yeah, but if you accumulate the hours that I've trained to get this, like these 1 or 2 results, it's like, and then you divide that by the hours of, it's like, it's not like my hourly rate is like $4 or something, like for like all the amount of training sessions. So it's like,
yeah, you might have made like 10 grand, but that's all you've made in 6 months, kind of
yeah,
thing.
Yeah,
Right.
literally,
Gotcha.
literally, which is obviously why we've had to, you know, outsource some fundings. But you know, even the traveling, like the traveling is, it's obviously great, but there's so many things. Like I've had to I don't know about you, but I've had to sleep on airport floors because it's like, I think like in the in the early years when I was young junior and had absolutely no money to my name, like you'd have a cancelled flight, most people would go, oh, let's go find an airport stay for the night. We'll go to the hotel across the road. And I'm like, I can't afford that. Like I have to just tie my bike bag like around my ankles to make sure no one steals it. And I've got to go sleep on the airport floor in the corner.
I think that's pretty normal. As a young person traveling around, I've definitely been in the same situation.
But yeah, you're just like doing crappy, you're eating frozen pizzas. Like
you do what you can.
Just cheat. Yeah. And then you wonder why you're not, you know, killing it. But
but I feel as if it's a side of the sport where not many people see. They always see the top. You know, you guys racing the World Series, they're sponsored by Specialized, and you know they've got all this and that. But
it's glamorous.
There's a lot of depth to the sport, especially in the sport of triathlon, where you have those top. How many would you say making money in the world? 30, maybe.
Yeah, probably top 30.
Top 30 in the world have like
you
decent
to
enough sponsors to live
and
enough.
There's 8 billion people in the world.
Yeah, and then you have until what would you say? Maybe the top. Let's just give a number. The top 400 are all putting in a stupid amount of work, realistically.
Well, let's be honest. I honestly think you guys are the reality of triathlon.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why people need to listen to this podcast, because this is real life now. This is what it's actually like.
Yeah.
The hard underbelly of it all.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's not just glamorous
all
and all
glamour.
this fun and stuff. It's hard work.
It's great.
Totally.
Quick.
Let's move on.
Ollie.
Oh, is Ollie there?
Why do you do the sport? In one quick statement.
Get Ollie on the camera. Get him on the camera here, please.
Quickly sit
Where
here.
is he?
You know somebody starts to say it.
Yeah, I know.
How you getting there?
Bubs. We're in the middle of a pod.
Where is he?
Hi everyone.
Why do you do triathlon?
Fuck, this is a question not for when I just woken up. We're certainly not for money, that's for sure. Because I enjoy it.
Why?
Is that shit?
Yeah, you are someone that actually does. Ollie is kind of the exception, someone that literally would train just without the racing.
No, I wouldn't do the swimming. Yeah, I probably would do.
Yeah, you would.
Give him
Ollie's
the
that
microphone.
weirdo that would.
We'll
He's
get
gonna
Ollie
make
on.
breakfast.
We'll get Ollie on. Tell Ollie is coming
Yeah, Ollie
on.
will be on as a guest soon.
Yeah.
yeah, Ollie is one of those weird exceptions that does race just for the sake of racing. Yeah, sorry guys, bad timing from my part. Got to go training.
Oh, you
Now
gotta
that I've just
go.
said how much I just said how much I hate training. Got to go training.
Okay, cool. All right, you get out of here.
Gotta go
You
do it.
Bye.
send your
All right.
predictions to Lleyton.
I will.
And I'll have a
I
word
will.
with Lleyton at the fact that he did not wear a tri-suit today.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, that is true. We forgot to mention that.
Oh, don't worry. I
Leighton
will.
lost the bet.
Whoever wins State of Origin doesn't have to wear one.
Oh, get out of here.
What?
I don't care about that. All right, bye guys. Love you all.
See you,
Bye.
mate. Okay, so yeah, you were definitely meant to wear your tri-suit and you didn't. So what's with you? Just forgot, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, well, actually,
What
you
happened?
know how I went to Malaysia early in the year and I was like, it's smelly? Well, I haven't
Yeah.
actually washed my tri-suit yet. 'Cause, yeah, I got back yesterday. I'm so tired.
Get that
But I
fucker
haven't-
washed.
Yeah,
right?
I haven't washed it yet.
you're gonna wear it next week though, aren't you? To make up for
I
it.
can wear it next week. I'll make up. But we also have predictions for this week. So Lockie could also be in the tri-suit.
Oh, could be both
Could be
of
a
you in
double
a tri-suit.
tri-suit.
Okay, well let's hear your predictions. So just slam through it. Go.
Okay, there's racing World Triathlon Cup in Alghero, I believe.
Alghero.
Yeah, I think it's in Italy somewhere.
Okay.
I've got Matt Hauser, he won the other day in Yokohama. I've got then Leo Berger, the Frenchman.
Of course.
Yep. And then Vasco Velasa, he came second in Yokohama, and I think he'll just come third. Next off, I've said this at the start of the year, the Germans are doing big things, and I backed her last week. I have Lisa Tersch. I don't know why, but I keep backing her.
Yep.
Then I have
Got a bit of a crush, maybe.
I think because she's ranked number 1 as well. I see her first. I'm like, yeah, she's like always so solid.
She's a solid bet.
Yeah, and then I have Gwen Jorgensen in second. She was my world champ pick, so I hope she starts to pull her finger out.
And you've got Cassandra Bergrand,
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah,
I
because-
knew it. I knew it.
Because she's on the start list and you can't write her off.
You like these girls, I swear to God.
Well, I pick the same every week, don't I?
do.
I don't get very adventurous because now it's a bet between the tri-suits, so I have to really think about
Well, apparently not. I mean, you didn't wear
it. Yeah,
one
I did wear
today.
it. It's because Lockie can't really, get into me about it because he's overseas.
That's true. I could get into it.
Yeah. We also, I don't know Lockie's predictions yet. I don't think he's sent them through.
Let's have a look here.
Maybe you can say Lockie's predictions.
Me, yeah, I'll guess.
Yeah.
Just could you imagine? I'm gonna pick So Rogue. Where are the predictions?
I'll get it up for you. World Triathlon.
Oh, I just got distracted because the new HBO TV series of Harry Potter, the 3 leads have been announced.
Oh.
Wow. Now
crazy.
we're talking. And John Lithgow is going to be in it. Fantastic. I'll read that article later.
cool.
I can't wait for that. Now over to the start list. What do we got here?
So we'll go back to the elite men for the WTCS.
Yeah.
Okay. Pick your picks.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, I'm just going to
Okay.
scroll. This is
so you
in
put
order.
Hauser in first, didn't
Yeah.
you?
These are the top few.
You know what? I'm gonna. This is crazy stuff. I'm gonna change them around. I'm gonna say Leo Berger
Yep.
first.
Yep.
I'll say Maddie Hauser second.
Yep.
Hugo Milner third.
Okay. Well, yep, that's rogue.
That's
But we'll
rogue.
take it.
That's so rogue.
And the women.
Okay, for the women. Okay, I'm obviously gonna go.
She won last
I'm
week.
Who did?
Jean Lahair.
Jean Lahair.
Or 2 weeks ago.
Okay, I'll go Jean Lahair then first. I'm going to go Cassandra Bergrand in second.
Yep. And then do you want to go
And-
maybe up to the top a bit?
Yeah,
Someone who's
I'm
big.
going to go. I'm not going to do Lee. No, maybe. Who else is good? Keep scrolling down. Beth Potter.
Beth Potter. Okay. That's
Yep.
an all right pick.
Yep. You.
And then we also have the T100.
Oh, God.
Yeah, okay.
No.
I don't know where the start list is for this. We can go for it, but I picked in the men. We'll find it up.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone really cares at this stage, but that's all right. T100 because we've picked it all year. I'm putting Yellow Gaines.
Yep.
And then the Greek guy, Pangetonus potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yeah,
Delicious.
he's actually really good. He's only 2003. He's a year younger than me, and he's an absolute beast.
Sick.
And then you have Yuri Kulin. So that's who I've gone in the T100 in San Francisco.
Okay.
We got to back our fellow training mate, Yella,
Yep.
in that one. And then in the women, I have Julie Derren.
Yep.
She went well in Shanghai the other week or somewhere in China. And then I have Kate Woff, who won the other T100, and then Taylor Nibb.
Yep.
Yep. So we've got that one. What are you going to go, Sarah?
Okay, let's have a
Let me
look
get it
here.
up. Let me get it up.
T100.
T100. There's
This
only
is-
20 people on T100 start list.
Okay, so this
This is, I reckon, easier to
Wait,
pick.
is this the one, the long one?
Yeah, this is
a
longer.
long one.
We're going for the
Yeah.
men.
Okay.
Who have we
The
got?
men. Okay. I'm
I'll scroll, keep
looking.
scrolling because there's good people everywhere.
They're everywhere. Oh god.
Oh, you got a couple Aussies.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go Jake Birtwistle.
Yep.
In-
I think that's a good
I
pick.
actually think I'm gonna put him in third.
Okay, we're going 3 to 1.
Let's go 3 and then 2 and then 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we've got, who have we got here? I can't even read that. Vincent Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do him second.
Cool.
And first, I'm going to do, I can't see this. Go down. No, don't like him. I'm going to do Jamie Riddle.
Jamie Riddle to win. Wow. So you've picked a real short coursey.
Yeah, he's
Win.
just go for the road.
Okay, and the women, can't forget.
In the women, I'm going to go Kate Woff
Yeah,
in
cool.
first. I'm going to go, go back up. I'm going to go Cecilia Perez
Yep.
in second. And I'm going to go Julie Derren
In third.
in third.
Okay, cool. Well, that's our predictions. We don't know about Lockie's.
Lockie's going to have to take mine.
Yeah, okay. There we are. So Lockie's predictions are Sarah's. Otherwise, I was going to say he should just wear the tri-suit because he didn't even pick.
Yeah, I love it. Well, yeah, I mean, like, unless I actually
Do
do
really
really
well.
well, could you imagine?
That would be huge.
That'd be
I
massive.
don't think that'll happen.
I
though.
don't really either. Okay, cool.
Anyway, Sarah, plug us.
Cool. I will. Check us out on Instagram and also TikTok as well. I'm updating that as soon, just as quick as I can. It is the Unfunded Pod. Our email address, theunfundedpodcast@gmail.com. And right now we are really looking for sponsors of this podcast. So if you're a brand that thinks you could align with our audience, we have a really loyal audience.
We do.
Slide into our DM, send us an email. That'd be really, really cool. We need cash. We're called the Unfunded for a reason. Help
and
us out.
we could put whatever here somewhere.
We could.
Or
We could
up
put
here.
it right there. Or I
Or-
could get you tattooed on my forehead.
Or on
Please
a hat.
help.
We could do anything. We could do shirts. We could merch coming soon.
Merch. Yes, Lockie's right here. We're going to get merch.
Okay,
Yes.
merch. Unfunded podcast. Who's going to buy
Unfunded.
some?
Your brand right here.
Yeah.
Bring it on. All right.
Done.
Check
Thank
it
you.
out. Bye.
Bye.